Merry Meet, Annie here. This video is about this time of the year and standing at the edge. When I was a baby witch, there was a poem that we learned. I have to cheat nowadays. I no longer have it memorized. It was by Guillaume Apollinaire, and it goes, "Come to the edge," he said. They said we were afraid. Come to the edge, he said. They came. He pushed them, and they flew. That was used as a teaching poem for us at this time of year. The Wheel of the Year has brought us to this place where we have come to our, in a sense, it feels like our highest point of power, of potency. If you look at my videos on a year and a day, we've come to our own personal year and a day. We arrive at it every year of our life. I would also say at any point in our life, it is the end of a year and a day. We're at a pinnacle. We're standing at a high point. The season of Maybone brings us to that place, the place of acknowledging, a pinnacle we stand at, where we have come to arise to through the experience of the year we have just left behind. Maybone teaches us, the season of autumn teaches this, coming to this place, our personal place of arriving at the highest point. It was the point of balance. We're slightly past that now. Another poem that I read just a few years ago by Patricia Monahan. This is only part of the poem, but when I read this, it took me so back to the poem that had been the teachings from my priest in my early years. The poem is called Hera Alone on the Mountain. It's a much longer poem than what I'm going to read. It's all about the fact that she gets to the top, to the pinnacle, to the 366th day in that turning of her life. And she stands there at the top. And imagine an open, wind-blown peak of a mountain, standing at the top of it. And she says, "I'm standing here alone, standing head back, breast bare to the wind. I belong to the earth now, to the sky, to myself and to my dreams, with no masks left, no disguises." Have you come to that time in this turning of the year? Are you at your peak? Are you standing, feet to the ground, head to the sky, feeling the wind upon you, feeling at your ultimate high, the place that you were meant to be? It's what living the turning of the wheel is, taking it, living it, the length of it, the width of it, all throughout the year. You've come to that place of balance at Maybone, and there you stood, and you stand there, and you stand there, and there's got to be something next. The learnings of the Wheel of the Year are, we don't keep going up and up and up. We re-experience and relearn, reconnect every time the year goes by. Here we stand at the height of our own personal mountain. Another poem from Patricia Monahan is the way we might consider taking this feeling forward. Imagine the work it took to get where you are. Have you taken the time in this turning of the year to look back over the year? What you thought the year was going to be, how you lived it, what it became? How did you get here? This poem, I think, expresses the emotion of that. She had been climbing. She had reached the place beyond which is nothing but sky and descent. At the summit, no fanfare, no balloons, no celebrations. One step like all the other steps, and she was there. One more step, and the descent would begin. As she climbed, she did not think of the summit. She watched her hands, her feet, her balance as she rose high, higher. Suddenly, she had taken the last upward step. Do you think she made camp and slept? Do you think she stopped moving? Do you think she lives there still at the height she sought and won? No. No. What would life be without movement, without struggle? How can a clutched hand hold freedom? She stood for a moment, entranced with the beauty of the world beneath her feet. Then she took another step. Oh, I love that imagery. We've worked so hard, my friends, for this year. We have accomplished so much. We have intentionally left some things behind and intentionally made other things happen. We have manifested our life for another year. We have come to the top of our mountain, to the moment of our yearly power. What next? The moment in this poem that Patricia provides us with this amazing imagery that you climb, you work, you get there, and then what? Then what? Is you step off into the abyss, into the unknown. You step out and into it. For me, that's about falling into the darkness, the welcoming, safe, cushioning, beautiful darkness in the next turning of the year. What does it feel like to you? Do you even permit your life to have this crescendo, this once a year time, at the time of balance and the moments beyond, which is why I'm recording this video now, where we're poised at that moment of balance of equal day and night, at the top of our own personal mountain. What then? We take a step, a glorious step of freedom out into the unknown. We do not know where we're going to land for this next turning of the wheel. This imagery to me is so powerful. We arrived. We paused. And then we step out into and beyond. Come to the edge, he said. They said, we are afraid. Come to the edge, he said. They came, he pushed. They flew. Blessings on the flight, my friends. You will land in the arms of the gods. I wish you mirth and reverence. Merry part.